Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire. All right, welcome back to part 2 of our campaign mission 5.
So, what is a steam engine? Let's play dumb and say a steam engine is primarily a big, round, black room. Just look at this fancy new valve timer. Magnificent!
In part 1, we established a 3-city cluster. We had an express line out to LA. We started making good money, and we started setting up 2 warehouses to feed city growth. And now here in part 2, we're going to continue with that, keep growing our cities, particularly Sacramento and San Francisco, and eventually we'll have to run a line all the way out to Promontory Point, Utah, and start moving passengers from San Francisco to Promontory Point. And we're just going to catch up with the action here and continue.
Hats off! Your rail network has now reached a total length that will make our competitors sit up and take notice.
I won't begrudge you this record, but the next one belongs to me.
We're trying to get San Francisco to be able to play in the warehouse party. So with this warehouse over here for the logs and the wheat, because it needs it to grow. In fact, it's actually stagnating. So it's time to start our cattle running in here.
It is much easier to get goods into the city thanks to your station.
Don't worry about it. Who's interested in what the tabloids say, right? Your trains might be fast, but do they also provide a decent level of comfort?
There we go. An awful lot of work just to get a supply tower. Okay. Now that's a big incline, but we don't care because we're going to be going loaded downhill and empty back up. Need one more connection, and we need to do it quickly to keep our score up. Where's one more we can do? It's cotton. We'll eventually need it.
The many farms you've connected to the rail
We'll actually
network
have
will
to
bring
use
us
it
lots of transport requests. We could do with the money. I see your progress, but I'm still afraid that we might not reach Promontory Point in time.
Your boss is very nervous. I understand that the Union Pacific Railroad puts you under a lot of pressure and that you have to reach the meeting point as quickly as possible. but too much worry is unhealthy.
Okay, we're in good shape, I think, right now because we've got both of
I
them
thought
growing.
so back then. And a few years later, I had gotten tired of Chicago. I needed a change, so I sold everything to my friend Marion and decided to put my talents to another use. Many rich cutthroats were investing in the railroad, so I thought I can do that too.
Okay, we're starting to build our line out to Promontory Point, and we're not going to attempt to blast through these mountains. We're going to go around them. And let's just lay out the basic idea and we'll come back and clean it up. Now let's see, we've got a nice pass up, oh here we go. We've got a nice pass up through here. Then we can go through here. If I haven't mentioned this before, I really recommend that you turn grid on. See how when I'm down here looking at it, it gives me these grid lines. The graphics in this game are I think pretty good, but actually they're quite good. But it's much easier to see the hills and stuff when you have those grid lines on, and the severity of them. And it doesn't take away from the aesthetic beauty of the game because they're only on when you're doing the planning like this and laying out your route. Let's see what we can get this puppy for. $682, that is not bad. Let's go for that.
My spy brought me a real treat from your research department.
Oh, look at this, a surveyor, 5% new routes. Oh, lovely, what good timing. Dropped it down to 650. And believe it or not, because our long pole and our 10 is growing the two cities, we're going to double track this. So I don't have to micromanage. We could run a single line and just keep deleting trains at the end of it, but I don't want to get into that stuff. Much rather just double track it all the way. And I literally do mean almost all the way. 683, not bad. Alright, Great Goat. Demand satisfaction in San Francisco. Excellent here. In fact,
Oh, I don't
can build
niggle
a
over the
business.
details. I don't care what the best connection is or which engine looks best, as long as everything hisses and steams. Of course, none of these men would admit that I'm the one holding the reins. Oh, but I only need their money, not their appreciation.
All right, now, the logical thing to build here would be a weaving factory. The problem is the computer may decide to build a tailor. If he does, that's going to hurt Sacramento because that tailor would not be able to get any textiles because we just don't have any. We would have to wait on somebody else to build a textile factory. So, if we can do it, it's going to cost us $400,000. We're going to build a tailor here. Sorry, what am I saying? Textile industry here. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at it! Oh, I could see that coming. So that means that's going to hurt demand satisfaction. We can't get textiles. Now we could take our money and tear that thing down. And we may do that as soon as we get this road finished and get these trains started. We're still growing. Growing nicely. Okay, good, good. Looking good. Oh, Sacramento just hit another. Ah, here we go. They just hit that magic point where we can put the museum in. Now, Sacramento. That makes up to some extent for this. So we're going to fix that as soon as we can. So, what do we need? 683. And we'll need some towers. Let's say 3 or 4 towers.
I didn't know that things were going so bad for your business.
120, 680. Let's get to about 800,000.
What can I do if your employees can't resist my candy?
Ticket prices. Oh, we could definitely use reliability. That's a great one. Okay, now we have a double track. Now let's put some supply towers. 1, 2, 3. Do it. And some signals. Okay, now we are ready to set up our line. Passengers only from San Francisco to Promontory Point. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do a dozen. That should get them out there. All right, now we've got that going. Sacramento is still decent. We can improve it a lot. See this Taylor, I'll have to speak up. This Taylor is requiring 1.4 textiles, which is a decent chunk of our overall demand. And if we were to pop it, change that into a textile company, we're already set up to ship cotton, and we would have cotton and textiles satisfying demand here, and we could move those textiles out to San Francisco and to Reading. So we definitely want to.
Thanks to your work, San Francisco is on the way to becoming a real metropolis.
All right, good. San Francisco's hit 50. Good deal. We got to get it up to 60 and put in a university, and we're done with our optional tasks. Sacramento is growing nicely. We've got our passengers headed out to Promontory Point. That's there. That'll help us get more passengers. Good deal.
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
And we'll put repairs up here as we get somebody in. Oh, just in time. We had 3 whole people. But we got trains stacked up to go in behind them, so we could actually run some more if we wanted to, but I think we're good. See, this is just borderline now. This Taylor, what's it going to cost us? We're going to buy that Taylor. Hopefully somebody won't try to overbid us. I doubt it. It's pretty pricey.
What a stroke of luck for you that nobody else was interested.
Okay. Now we've got to tear it down, which will cost us $300, and rebuild, which will cost us $400. So we need $700,000 to do this next move. And believe me, it's worth it. Okay. Tear it down. Put in a weaver. And now our line up here that we started to set for cotton needs to come in play. Okay, now
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
okay, now we're shipping cotton. The other thing we want to do is go back now. We're starting to get more volume. So this single train here needs help. So we'll double track his line. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We should be able to run 3 trains through there. 1, 2, 3. Now he should get a good steady supply of goods. And San Francisco, how are they doing?
Be honest. You'd also love to work for me, too.
Growing barely, but look at this. University in San Francisco.
And as is proper for a metropolis, San Francisco now also has a university.
So what are we missing? Oh, we're almost there. And we have trains, and we even have trains coming back and loading up again to go out to Promontory Point. Yep, we sure do. Uh-oh, uh-oh. One too many. Got greedy. Can only fit 2 trains in there.
Thanks to your work, Sacramento has become one of the most influential cities and a hub for our rail network.
Right. What is this, 1864? Oh, we're looking pretty good. So now we got to get those passengers. We got 37. We got more trains on the way out there. I think we are looking pretty good. All right, at this point, we really are looking good. So I'm going to speed things up and we'll fast forward to the finish.
In a well-run
go.
railroad company. I just cannot show them
Let her
too
finish her
clearly
speech.
that it belongs to me. Let them think that they're the geniuses, just as long as the majority of the profits ends up in my pocket.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Beatrix. All right, let's see how we did.
The final hammer strokes at the meeting point of the Central Pacific Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad sparked a storm of enthusiasm across the nation. The time of dangerous ship passages, sluggish river transports, and exhausting wagon journeys was over. Despite all obstacles and dangers, a link between the East and the West was forged. Goods and passengers could now travel unhindered from the Pacific to the Atlantic. In the years that followed, there were still many perils and crises to overcome. But on this day, the foundations for an era of unknown growth and prosperity were laid.
All right, good deal. We got all 20 of our time objectives met, which means basically, if you look at this, the more tasks you complete and the faster you fulfill them, the higher your time rating. If you complete a task within about half of its estimated time limit, you will make the highest available score. So we got the highest score we could get, 20 out of 20. And it looks like the only option we had there was to move the pause up to that Trainiac mode. And you can play in Trainiac mode, but to me, there's two things there. One, I really don't like it. I think it's kind of hectic, and I like to think my way through these. And secondly, there's no way I could do anything to demonstrate for anybody. So these videos I'm making would be just Let's Play, and I don't want to do Let's Play. There's plenty of guys out there that do Let's Play. I want to do something where we're doing really excellent scores and kind of teaching concepts as we go. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's the kind of thing, there are enough people out there like it that I can keep doing this. So at any rate, we'll wrap that one up with a perfect score of 20. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railway Empire video. Thank you.